Hello everyone, welcome to the new video on the channel. Today we are playing the May installment of the TBR Jar game, and we're going to talk a little bit about my May hopefuls. I am a little bit weird. I have a candle here. I use it as a prop, but I don't know if anyone else is like me. There are a few friends that I know that do the same thing, but I buy candles because I like the smell, but I never light them. So I know that it's aesthetic normally to have a candle off to the side that's actually lit, but I've just got it open because it smells nice. It's peaches and cream. Anyway, that's a little bit of a side note, a little quirk of mine, that I buy candles to smell them but not light them. So we're actually looking at April right now in my bullet journal. If you're new here, each month I play the TBR Jar game. I withdraw 5 prompts from the jar. They are to guide my TBR. I am definitely not a mood reader normally. And so I need some sort of guidance. I like to have prompts to sort of tick off each month. I am definitely an achiever, so I normally do quite well with this system. However, you can see here, oh, let me not move that, but move this. I've only completed one so far. Today is April the 25th. And yeah, I've completed 1 out of the books that I'd chosen. I have essentially finished 2. I can, in this game, change out prompts. I just choose a book that I think would fit it, but essentially as long as I fulfill the prompt, I can use whatever book I'd like. And so I essentially have finished 2, but there is no way that I'm going to finish a dystopia read. I haven't even picked it up. I am currently reading the Time of Day book that I picked, and I have yet to read a retelling this month. So let's just say that April did not go well. We are not completing the TBR this month. So in the rules, I withdraw 5 prompts, but if I for some reason cannot finish my TBR, we have a slight punishment, and it means I pick up 6 prompts. Since I don't think that I'm going to miraculously over the next 5 days read the rest of the books that I need to in order to complete it, I have already preemptively set up 6 spots in my May setup. We're ready to go. We can withdraw 6 prompts this time round, and the good thing is the ones that I didn't really want to do this month won't be back in the jar, so they won't come and haunt me again. We will also get into the rest of the TBR for the month of May, so let's get into playing the game. I'm going to stick my journal off to the side there and give the TBR jar a good shake, so much that one will fall out and really wants to be part of it, but we won't do that because that's a little bit of a cheat. So the jar is actually falling apart a little bit. I need to tighten the string around it, but we'll do that another time. Right. There's not many left in here, so let's see what we will pull out first. A 2023 new release. Okay, that'll be easy enough. Prompt number 2 is going to be letter generator. So that means I have to go on to my phone, find a letter generator, and we'll find out what letter that will be very soon. I'll film that, just not right this second. Prompt number 3. Let's see. Romance. Okay, that's great. I actually have a romance book for this month that I have to read in a book club, so I would definitely pick that. And then pick 5 and spin. So that means I have to pick 5 books and then put them into a generator. So we're doing a lot of extra steps this time around. Normally I can just pick. That might be fun though. How many we got? 4, so we need 2 more. Oh, my hand's stuck. Right, what have we got? Cute cover. Okay. And last but not least, the of an and. Okay, so that means I have to choose a book with that in the title. We're good. I think that's a great one. We're going to do the generator and the letter generator and the pick 5 and spin right now. You guys see? Yes, you can. Sorry for the strobing that's going to happen on the screen, but we'll spin it. Are you kidding me? We got J. I actually don't think I have a book on my shelf that starts with J. Ah. That's just as bad. Okay, we will find something. So we've got either J or R. We'll try and do a J book first since we picked that one first, and then we'll go with R. And then the other one we've got is pick 5 and spin. Okay, so I've added 5 arcs that I have to read. Not all of them relatively soon, but some of them over the month of May. But what I'm going to do is whatever is picked will be the one that I have to read first, and in the first 2 weeks of May. That'll be the rule. So we've got Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood, Shanghai Immortal by, I have no idea. I'll put the pictures on the screen. The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, Songs of Sacrament by Nicole Bailey, and Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. So I can't remember the author for Shanghai Immortal. That's really frustrating. Anyway, so I've got those 5 there. Let's give them a spin. Where do we spin from? They're all on there. Okay, here we go. Click to spin. So the first one we have to read in the first 2 weeks of the month is Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey, which is an early June release, so that works really well. So I'm really happy about that. Okay, so now that we have all 6 prompts, let's go pick some books. So the first prompt was new release of 2023, and I have picked Last Violent Call by 𝓤𝓮. This is a novella duology, and there's 2 novellas in here. It is the sort of stepping stone between both These Violent Delights and 𝓤𝓲𝓷𝓭 𝓬𝓮 series by this author in her omnibus, which is called Secret Shanghai. Wow, I can't speak. Secret Shanghai. And it fills in the gap between Our Violent Ends and 𝓤𝓲𝓭 𝓬𝓮. So I'm really excited to see what happens in these, especially since I kind of guessed what happened with Romeo and Juliet. Well, at least I was hopeful. So to know that they are in this, I am very excited. So this was meant to be read in April, and it was my retelling book, but I haven't picked it up, so hopefully I will enjoy this next month. So the second prompt was a letter generator. I got J. I did preemptively get a second letter, but managed to find one with a J on it, which is good. This is Johnny Be Good by Paige Toon. It has been sitting on my shelf for a couple of years now. I picked it up at a book festival for a couple of dollars and haven't picked it up since. So I wasn't actually planning on reading this. I was thinking I might unhaul, but now we have a reason for it, so that's good. This follows Meg. She is the personal assistant to, I believe, Johnny Jefferson. Is that his name? Yes, who is a rock star, and her new life is quite glitzy and glam, and she is easily swept away in it. But she has someone called Christian, I believe, who is there that will be helping her not fall for the charms of Johnny, but who knows? It sounds like she might be. So I'm not sure if Johnny or Christian is going to be the main male character in this, but sounds interesting enough. Fills the prompt. We'll see how it goes. The next book was romance, the next prompt, sorry, and I don't have a book in front of me yet. It's on its way. It is Happy Place by Emily Henry. We are reading that for the romance book club that I belong to for this month, and it is a long-awaited read for me. This follows 2 friends who have, I believe, broken up. And they have to pretend that they are still in a relationship when they go on holiday with their friends, and I'm guessing sparks may fly again between them in that forced proximity. Emily Henry is my favourite romance author, and I cannot wait to read this. I'm very excited. I'm interested to see if Charlie Lastra from Book Lovers will be kicked off his shrine, or if this book will not meet that quite as much. But I'm really excited for this new installment from one of my favourite authors, and I'm glad that I had romance come up because that covers the prompt. I was already reading it for the month, and I'm very excited. Okay, so the next prompt was pick 5 and spin. You already know the answer that I got for that. That is unfortunately yours by Tessa Bailey. It is an e-arc for me, but it is out very early June. I think it's the 6th or the 7th of June that it's released. And this is the second book in the Fine Mess series by the author. I read first book earlier this year. I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. So I am eager to continue on with the series. Unfortunately, yours follows Natalie Voss, which is the sister to the main male character in the first book, and she has had a really rough time over the last few months. She lost her fiance, her career, and so she moved back home and has sort of been wallowing away. She manages to cross paths with August, who currently owns a vineyard but has no idea how to make wine. He just wants to make it succeed because it was his late best buddy's dream, and I believe he was in the military beforehand, and that is where he lost his friend. So it's important to him to make this work. I think they enter in a fake marriage, like a marriage of convenience, because she's got nothing to lose and nor is he, and obviously they already had chemistry in the first book. They were minor characters in that, so it'll be interesting to see how that chemistry unfolds and whether or not their tempers can last them long enough to get through it. So I am eager to see how this one goes, and I will let you know in my reading updates for May. I think you guys are going to get a little bit annoyed with me because most of the books that I didn't read over April I'm just recycling into May. So this was on my TBR just as a hopeful to get to. Now I'm using it for cute cover because it fits the bill. This is the second book in the Influencer series by Amy Lee, and it follows Tara. She is having a tough time with relationships, so she decides to date her exes. And she also takes in a roommate who happens to be the best friend of her sister's boyfriend. That makes sense. So the main male character of the first book, his best friend, and she's the sister of the main female character. So that's how they all connect. I'm interested to see how this plays out. I hear it's quite funny. I really enjoyed Set on You, which was the first book in this series, so I have high hopes for enjoying this one. So the final book of the prompts is Venom, Dark and Sweet by Judy Eileen. This is book 2 in the Book of Tea series, and this is the one that I've chosen for the of and because it's got and in the title. This, like I mentioned, is book 2 and follows a character called Ning. She is able to wield magic. In this kingdom, the magic is brewed through tea, so those who can wield the magic can be quite powerful depending on what the tea they brew represents. It could be something as simple as giving someone confidence, or it could be giving them a power that they might have not had, such as super strength. The possibilities seem quite endless, and I really like this magic system. And Ning has helped the princess run to exile after some really nasty political coups happened in book 1, and they have to try and find their way back into the power of the court and the people of the kingdom that they're in, and also eliminate a plague type condition that's going around killing people and find the antidote for that. So I'm really eager to finish this series. This is a duology. I really enjoyed book 1. I gave it 5 stars, so I hope that this one will be just as good. And I'm sad that I didn't get to use this for opulent cover for this month, but going into May, at least it's going to be still something I hopefully read. And for the final 2 books, I've got one here that I have to read, which is the TBR book of the month. Each month I have a book set for that month that I have to read over the year of 2023. And this month is Poisoned by Jennifer Donnelly. I think that's how you say it, Donnelly. I'm guessing this is a Snow White retelling, considering it has an apple and mirror mirror on the wall. That's pretty obvious. I actually don't remember what it's about, so let's have a quick look at the back together. Once upon a time, a girl named Sophie rode into the forest with the Queen's huntsman. Her lips were the colour ripe of cherry. Oh, sorry. Her lips were the colour of ripe cherries, her skin as soft as new fallen snow, her hair as dark as midnight. When they stopped to rest, the huntsman pulled out his knife and took Sophie's heart. It shouldn't have come as a surprise. Sophie had heard the rumours. They said she was too kind and foolish to rule, a disaster of a future queen, and Sophie believed them. She believed everything she'd heard about herself, the poisonous words people used to keep girls like Sophie from becoming too powerful, too strong. With the help of 7 mysterious strangers, Sophie manages to survive, but she must find the courage to face an enemy even more terrifying than the brutal queen, and prove that the darkest magic can't extinguish the fire burning inside every girl, and that kindness is the ultimate form of strength. So that's what this book is about. This was just sitting on my shelf. It's actually my best friend's, but I've had it in here for a while, so I added it to the list at the start of the year. And I'm going to hopefully read this and enjoy it. I do like Snow White retellings. There's not many that I've read though. We'll just see how we go. It is definitely something I have to read, so whether or not I DNF or make it through, that's a different story, but at least we'll be picking this up over the month of May. And the final book on my TBR for the month of May is The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. This is the To Whatever End fantasy book club read of the month, and this is going to be quite fun, I think. We are following Luli, who is a criminal, and she has a bodyguard that's a jinn, and she saves the life of a cowardly prince, and in doing so ends up in the eye of the king or the sultan of this land, and is blackmailed into finding a lamp that could destroy all the jinn. So this sounds really interesting. Again, we had such a great read for the start of April with The Adventures of Amina al-Sarafi. I really enjoyed that read for the last month's book club, so I'm hopeful that we're following along with a really good one. We've been having a bit of a trend this year where one book's good, the next month it's not so good. This is the month where it would be not so good. I'm hoping we can break that trend and have 2 great books in a row. I really like the sound of this book. I am very excited to give it a go and have a good read of it. So we'll see how we go. I'm looking forward to reading it though, and I will let you know again in my reading updates how that goes. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today. I am a little bit rambly because I'm a little bit tired, so I hope I wasn't too bad to listen to, but I'm overall hopeful that I can get through all 6 books on the prompt list. I have definitely been more of a moo reader over April, and in June and December I tend to not play the game, to just have a break and just read whatever. So I really want to get through this month successfully, so I know that when I go into June I can kind of feel like I've earned that break from having a set TBR and just read whatever I want, except for one book. There will be a book in June because every month I have a book of the month. Aside from that, I'm very excited for some of these books, a great deal more towards the romance ones of the month, but I'll let you know how this all goes in the first half of the month with the May reading update, and then at the end of the month with the final reading update for that. So do check out and see if any of these books end up on there, and I will be back with a new video very soon. It'll be the end of the month reading update for April actually. So thank you again for spending some time with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.